In this video, we're going to be reviewing and talking about the Bosch 20 SEER heat pump that is currently on the market. We're going to talk about why this is a revolutionary heat pump. We're also going to talk about some of the rebates that it qualifies for, the COP ratings that it achieves, as well as the SEER ratings, the EER ratings, because these are all things that make this heat pump very unique and very efficient, and we're going to talk about why in this video. And if you're tuning into this video for the first time and you haven't been following our channel, we talk a lot about the Daikin Fit and other types of inverters on this channel, but the Daikin Fit is one that we reference a lot. And so at the end of this video, we're actually going to do a side-by-side comparison between these two systems, and we're going to show you what the COP ratings are at various temperatures, and we're also going to talk about really what sets this apart and do kind of a head-to-head comparison between the two units. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And if you're tuning into this channel for the first time, please consider subscribing. It's a great way that you can support the channel if you find this content helpful. So if you want to wait till the end of the video to see if it was helpful and then subscribe, that's perfectly fine by me. But again, it's much appreciated. Before we get started, if you could smash the like button for the algorithm, again, that is much appreciated, and a free way that you can support the content if you find this content valuable and helpful to you. So let's talk about the basics and let's go through the foundation of this Bosch system that we're reviewing. We're reviewing the Bosch 20 SEER inverter system. Now, this system has a SEER rating up to 20.5, depending on which air handler it's paired with. It's typically going to be paired with their 20 SEER air handler, but it can also be paired with a high efficiency furnace or an 80% efficient furnace. This is a non-communicating system, and one thing I actually love about that is that means that technically you can pair the system with any furnace. So if you just want to add a heat pump, but you have a brand new furnace, let's say you bought a house and it's a new build, a new construction home, and so it already has new HVAC and you're not really in the market for HVAC system replacement, this is a great system that can basically go directly on top of that and basically augment your current system and give you a 20 SEER heat pump. The AHRI matchups are not going to be there entirely, but it's still a great system. We'll talk more about AHRI in a little bit and why that's important. But the bottom line is that AHRI is important to consider because what it is its matchup between the indoor unit, the outdoor unit, meaning your condenser, that gives the system its actual efficiency rating, which then determines what rebates or tax credits you might qualify for. So in the grand scheme of things, it's not really that important to the operation of your system, but it is important if you are trying to take advantage of a local rebate from a utility. For example, in Denver, Colorado and Phoenix, Arizona, AHRI matchup in SRP territory, same thing is true in Excel, and this is one of the few low ambient heat pumps on the market that actually qualifies in Excel's territory. There are several heat pumps that qualify, but I should say a lot of the heat pumps, or the good ones, the inverters, don't always qualify because the EER ratings aren't high enough, and we'll talk about what that is in a second. But that's one of the things that we absolutely love about the system is it qualifies for the $2,000 heat pump tax credit, which is through the Inflation Reduction Act. It also qualifies for a $1,700 rebate through Xcel Energy when it's paired with the correct air handler or furnace package. And that could really help offset the cost because these systems are definitely not cheap to install when compared to your traditional basic single stage system. But one of the added benefits of the Bosch 20 SEER systems is that the price point that these come in at is extremely competitive. They are almost neck and neck with the Daikin Fit and even a lot of two-stage systems that are out there on the market. So I really think that's why Bosch has been gaining a lot of momentum and a lot of steam in recent years, is because this is just a very revolutionary product. We've only installed a few so far, but so far we're a big fan. Now let's talk about EER rating and why that matters. So EER just stands for energy efficiency ratio. SEER or SEER stands for seasonal energy efficiency ratio. The reason these matter, like I said, is that having a high enough EER rating is oftentimes can be one of the constraints that's required by the utility providers in order to qualify a piece of equipment for a rebate in your territory. So for example, in Denver, Colorado, in Excel's territory, we're required to have an EER rating of 11.7 in order to qualify, or for a system to qualify for a rebate. And where this becomes a problem is that currently the Daikin Fit Enhanced, which is a higher end inverter system that we absolutely love, it's at a great price point, very efficient system, but it still does not qualify in Excel territory for the Excel rebate, even though it does qualify for the heat pump tax credit. And the reason for that is because that EER rating on a lot of the inverter systems is too low. When we've made several videos about it, the EER ratings are kind of irrelevant, especially when it comes to inverters, because it's not a single stage system and it just doesn't run that way. There's always going to be a little bit of higher power consumption in terms of when they're measuring that EER by comparison to a SEER rating, because the Daikin Fit, for example, has SEER ratings as high as 17 and 18 on most of their systems, yet the EER is very low. I think it's even below 10 on some of them, but it's definitely not an indication of how energy efficient the system is. However, because some utility providers require that in order to qualify a system for a rebate, that's when it becomes important. Now, one of the things I love about the Bosch product line, and this is true for the 15 SEER through the 20 SEER, including the 18 SEER and their 18 SEER package inverter system, is that the Bosch systems are non-communicating and can therefore pair with any thermostat. One of the biggest gripes that we get with people when we're trying to put in a communicating system, if we have to put in a proprietary thermostat like the CTK04 or the Daikin 1 thermostat, if people were planning on putting in a Nest or an Ecobee, they can find it annoying when they're stuck, having to put in a proprietary thermostat that maybe doesn't have all the features they're wanting, like a room sensor, which is a simple feature that comes with the Ecobee thermostats, or some sort of smart home integration. And so as a result, this is one thing that I love about the Bosch system, is that because you can pair it with a Nest, you can pair it with an Ecobee thermostat, you can pair it with basic on-off non-programmable analog thermostat if you want. The bottom line is it's going to be a simpler form of operation, number one. And number two, we just like giving customers that choice to use whatever thermostat that they prefer. And so that's kind of one of the biggest selling points of these Bosch systems, is that from a controls perspective, you have a little bit more flexibility than you might with something that requires a communicating thermostat. Now, one thing to note is that these systems prefer dumb thermostats, meaning that if you do have an Ecobee or a Nest, you're going to want to make sure you turn the learning function off. The reason you're going to want to do that is because it can actually confuse the way that the inverter operates. So it's better. They actually prefer just a basic system where it's just either on or off in terms of your thermostatic controls. And so if you do put in an Ecobee or a Nest, just make sure you're turning that learning function off, so that way it's not confusing the inverter in terms of how it sends signals to the system to turn on and off, whether you're home or away. You really just want to use it like a traditional thermostat, where you would turn it on, turn it off when we're not using it, and that's going to maximize efficiency in terms of how the inverter performs. Now, in a second, I'm actually going to bust out my laptop, because we're going to do a side-to-side comparison between the COP ratings compared to the Daikin Fit Enhanced with the Bosch. And part of the reason I want to do that in this video is I was actually going through Bosch manual, and it's actually a little bit confusing to find that. It's not that confusing, but you just have to know what the formula is to find COP, because it doesn't actually give you the COP. What it does is it gives you the heat output in terms of kilowatts, and then you have to reverse engineer that based on kilowatts in to get to your COP. And so that's what we're going to talk about, and I'll show you that in the video, because it actually gives you the heat output in terms of BTUs, and so you have to go from BTUs to kilowatts and then into watts in order to get your COP. And so we'll all go through that, and it's going to be much easier to visually break that down with that chart in front of me, and also to do a side-by-side comparison with the Daikin Fit manual, so you can see where they fall and how they stack up and compare against each other. All right, so right now what I've got pulled up on my computer, I've got the 20.5 SEER, this is the 20 SEER system we've been talking about, the Bosch system, pulled up. I've also got the performance charts pulled up for the Bosch equipment, as well as the Daikin Fit, so we can do a head-to-head matchup to kind of compare how they actually each perform individually. As you can see, the system is up to 20.5 SEERs, 10.5 on the HSPF2 rating. If you want some more information, or you haven't visited Bosch's website yet just to check out this information, I'll make sure to link this into the description for you. But let's go ahead and dive into the performance chart so you can see what the actual numbers are. Now, don't worry, I know all these numbers are super confusing, and it was confusing to me when I first saw it too, because I'm actually used to looking at Daikin's charts, which when we're trying to find out what the COP rating is, there's this little column that says COP, and it makes it super easy for us so we can see what the COP is at a given temperature, so we can see the expanded performance data. This system's kind of interesting in that because the airflow settings, as you can see here, are different, they actually give you different SEER rating or or, data or efficiency rating, consumption information based on not just the outdoor ambient temperature, because that's what these numbers are across the top, but as well as the indoor design temperature, the indoor airflow CFM, because, obviously if the motor is working harder on the air handler, that's going to pull more power. And so that's all going to play into your efficiency. And just to keep things apples to apples for some of the comparison videos we've done in the past, we're also going to do the 720, or we're going to start with this system based on a CFM 720, and that's also based on a 2-ton system. So as I explained earlier, the condenser for the 20 SEER system and the 18 SEER Bosch system, they only come in a 3-ton or a 5-ton. And the way that you commission the systems determines whether or not it's a 2 or a 3-ton, or whether or not you set the 5-ton condenser up as a 4-ton or a 5-ton condenser, because it has the capacity for both. And then depending on which air handler you pair it with determines what the actual output is. So this is a 2-ton system, and we're comparing 2-ton to 2-ton just to give you that apples to apples comparison. And the way that this works is we basically are going to be looking at performance data at 47 degrees Fahrenheit as well as 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Since we don't have 5 on this chart, we're actually going to use 7 degrees Fahrenheit. This system, as you can see, it actually keeps up down to -4. So it will keep up in very cold climates. And we'll show you, what that efficiency looks like and compare it with the Daikin Fit. But basically, let's just, for starters, we're going to start at this column right here. And what we're going to do, this number right here is our indoor design temperature. And we're going to use 70 as our indoor design temperature. And then I'll explain what TC and KW means when we get down to the column that corresponds with the airflow we're using. So if you go over here, you can see this column that says, TC and KW at 70. What that means, again, 70 is our indoor temperature. So if we're setting the indoor temp at 70 degrees Fahrenheit, that's what the temperature is. This is how the system is performing at that temperature. If we go back over to this column right here, so at 47 degrees Fahrenheit, what this means is that this system is putting out 24,000 BTUs of heat, which means it's at 100% capacity. So at 47 degrees Fahrenheit, the system doesn't derate. As you can see, it maintains 100% capacity, pretty cold, down to, it looks like this column for 22 before it starts to derate. So that's not bad. And even at, what's this next column, 17 and 12, it's still actually keeping up decent at that temperature. But bottom line is it's putting out 24,000 BTUs. And what we have to do in order for this calculation to work is we have to convert this number from BTUs or to kilowatts, because as I mentioned earlier, watts and kilowatts is not just a measurement of power consumption, it's also a measurement of heating output. In order to do that, we take this 24.2 and we multiply that by 0.293. And what that does is that converts this number from BTUs to watts. And then we take that number and divide it by 1.73. And I've actually already done that for you, so I have that number handy. And basically what that equates to is that means that at 47 degrees, at these design conditions right here, the 20 SEER Bosch system has a COP rating of 4.09, which is actually outstanding. That's a great COP rating. And I'll show you what the Daikin Fit is, but essentially what that means is for every 1 watt of energy used, you're producing 4 watts of heat. So that's extremely efficient. This is only at 47 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you live in a moderate climate, like somewhere on the East Coast or just somewhere where it doesn't really get below 30 or 40 degrees, this is an awesome heat pump. Like, as you can see, the consumption really doesn't, start to climb, even going into these really cold temperatures, but it does start to derate somewhere around 10 degrees Fahrenheit. In a moderate climate, if you're talking Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Austin, Phoenix, I mean, this is a great system, top of the line, super high efficiency, and it qualifies for that $2,000 tax credit. But the COP is 4.09. I guess I kind of already spoiled it. That beats out the Daikin Fit a little bit. As you can see, the COP on the Daikin Fit at 47 degrees is 3.4. So it beats it off by basically 0.7 watts or 0.69 watts. It would technically be, it could be watts or kilowatts, but depending on, technically be megawatts, when you're talking about energy consumed. Because what this means is that for every 1 watt of heat or 1 watt of energy used, the Daikin Fit will put out 3.4 watts compared to the Bosch that we just calculated, puts out 4.09. So it is a little bit more efficient system. And then when we go and we look at the performance data at 7 degrees, and we'll use 7 because they don't have a column for 5. So it derates to about 20.6 or 20,600 BTUs, which is not bad. That's about a 20% derate at 7 degrees Fahrenheit in this case, but close enough. And then the output or the kilowatts consumption is 2.38. So again, we times this 20.6 times 0.293 to convert that to kilowatts. And then we divide that by this 2.38 number, and that gives us our COP of 2.53. So that means at 7 degrees Fahrenheit, this system has a COP of 2.53, which from a cold climate performance perspective, when you compare this to a 5 degrees Fahrenheit on the Daikin Fit, gives you a COP of 2, which is kind of expected, right? The Daikin Fit is advertised as a 17 SEER or 18 SEER system. This is advertised as a 20 SEER system, but obviously that's super impressive performance. And again, this is why this system does qualify for some of those rebates maybe that the Daikin Fit doesn't. It really boils down to one rating, and that's EER, because in the Denver metropolitan area at least, and in a lot of markets where the Daikin Fit doesn't qualify for rebates. For example, Daikin Fit qualifies for rebates in Phoenix, but for some reason it doesn't qualify in Denver, and the reason is EER, because EER stands for energy efficiency ratio, but inverters tend to have lower EER ratings than their single stage counterparts because they actually have an inverter board which has a little bit of a power draw. I honestly don't understand why they can't get the EER rating up on inverters often, but Bosch has figured out a way to do that and maximize that efficiency so they can get that EER high enough to qualify for rebates in Denver. So I do feel like we will be, installing quite a bit more of these systems just because they've come in so competitive, because currently there's a $1,700 rebate on this in the Denver market, in addition to that heat pump tax credit. But super impressive system. And if you look as well at, some of the other data on here and how it stacks up, I'll make sure to link this website in the description if you haven't visited Bosch's site yet, so you can see for yourself, what the decibel ratings are, because the thing is very quiet, has a similar turn down ratio where it can operate anywhere from 26% capacity up to 130% capacity. So awesome system. And that's it for the head-to-head matchup between the 20 SEER Bosch system and the Daikin Fit. So we hope you found this content helpful. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure you smash that like button for the algorithm. And if you happen to be in one of the areas we service, like Denver, Colorado, or Phoenix, Arizona, you can actually schedule an appointment with us for free. We come out for free for all first-time customers, whether that's for a service call or annual maintenance, or if you're just looking for an estimate for system replacement. And there's actually a link in the description below where you can actually schedule online at your convenience, as well as an up-to-date list of the cities and states that we service, so you can stay up to date when we start servicing your metro. So we hope you found this content helpful, and if you did, please make sure you smash that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. And as promised earlier, there's a few videos popping up on the screen right now that talk about the other Bosch products, specifically the 18 SEER, the 15 SEER, as well as a link to Daikin Fit that we referenced earlier. So make sure you check those videos out if you haven't done so already, and we'll catch you on the next episode.